Hey everyone! So today I'm going to be showing you how to draw Plankton from SpongeBob, okay? So we're going to start off, we're going to draw the entire thing in pencil, and then we'll go back in and color them in here in just a moment, okay? Now, to help you guys out, I will be putting the finished drawing right here above the Drawing Joshua logo. That way you guys have something to reference while you draw. Okay, so I have my pencil, and what I'm going to do is go to the middle of the page, and this is where I'm just going to draw like an oval, okay? I don't know if you remember, Plankton has one eye. So I'm going to draw an eye like that. Okay. And then inside of here, we're just going to draw his pupil. So he just has one pupil because he has one eye. And this is just going to be an oval inside of the other one. Okay. Now inside of this, I am going to put one more circle. And when I color this in, I'm going to leave that part white. That way it looks like his eye is shiny. Okay. All right, awesome. Now under his eye, we're just going to put this little mark. This is going to be just below his mouth. Just above his mouth, I'm sorry. Okay, next let's give him an eyebrow. All right, so this is going to come into his eye just a little bit. So we can cut off the top part of the oval like that. And then it's just going to curve up. Curves up on this side. And then we curve up roughly the same amount on the other side. And we're going to make his head kind of at a tilt. So this side of his eyebrow should be higher than this one, okay? So then at the edge of his eyebrow, we're just gonna put some jagged lines, okay? Like that. And then it's just gonna curve, and you're gonna try to match this shape that we did here. So kind of this curved line like this. And then we're gonna do the eyebrow on this side. So again, just some jagged lines. Maybe like that. All right, great job. Next, let's go ahead and kind of work on the shape of his head. So from this eyebrow, I'm just going to make a curved line. Kind of comes over here like this. Okay. And then I'm going to do the other side of his face. So I'm going to pretend like this line keeps going. And we're going to go just a little bit over from his eye. This is where it's just going to come down. Okay. All right, awesome job so far. Now I am drawing a little bit darker, that way you guys can see it, but if you need to draw lighter in case you have to erase, that's more than okay. All right, next, let's go ahead and work on his antennas. Okay, so from right in the middle of his eyebrow, I'm just gonna go up. This is gonna be the start of his right antenna, okay? So I'm just gonna put two lines like this, and basically what we're gonna do is just curve it up. So it's just gonna go up. Maybe stop like there. And you can make his antennas longer or shorter, whatever you'd like. And I'm just gonna bring it back down. And it does slowly get skinnier once it gets to the top like that. Okay. Now, on his antennas, he has those lines that go like this. So I'm just gonna put 4 of these lines, and they just go past the edge of his antenna a little bit, as you can see. That's like the third one, and let's put one more like there. All right, awesome. Let's go ahead and draw his next antenna. So if you go over from his eyebrow, come over just a little bit, we're gonna go inside of his head a little bit. Okay, I'm just gonna make his eyebrow roughly the same distance I did this one. Doesn't have to be perfect. And this one I'm just gonna have going off to this side a little bit. Maybe like that, okay? And then I'm just gonna connect it, and remember, it's bigger at the bottom, and then slowly gets closer at the top, like that. Okay, now like we did over here, I'm just gonna put some lines on this part. So 1, 2, 3, and we'll do a 4th one way up top like that. All right, great job. Next, let's go ahead and let's work on his mouth, okay? So right below where we did this line, I'm just gonna go down a little bit, probably about the same distance from his eye to here. I'm gonna go down like this. Okay, and this is gonna be the start of his mouth. So it's just gonna kind of curve up. Pretend for 1 second like we're gonna give him just a smile, okay? Just go to the edge of the eye like that. All right, next we're gonna give him an open mouth, okay? So I'm gonna put a curved line at this side of his mouth and a curved line at this side, okay? Now from here, I'm gonna go from where this meets, I'm gonna go down just a little bit, His mouth is going to curve down. Then it kind of curves over. And then it goes back up. Like that. All right, great job. Next, let's give him some teeth. So I'm going to come from where we did this mark on the corner of his mouth. I'm going to come down just a little. And I'm just going to make this same shape as I did this line up here below that little line that we did, okay? So just like that. And then I'm going to do the same thing at the bottom. So kind of that same shape that we did this one. Like this. All right, now to make it look like he has teeth, what we're going to do is we're just going to put some straight lines that come down. Something like this. Put another one there. Like there, and maybe like that. All right, great job. And then let's go ahead and put some teeth on the bottom. So put one there. Another one there. Just like that. All right, great job. Next, let's give him a tongue. Okay, so from starting kind of just where this teeth ended, I'm gonna go up. I'm just gonna make this curved line. It's almost like a C, all right? And I'm gonna make another one. And this part just curves back in like that. All right, great job so far. Now, from where we ended over here, okay, so kind of where his teeth are, just below that, I'm gonna go up a little bit, and this is gonna be his left arm, okay? So it's just gonna be a line that kind of comes up, and once you get to about the pupil, if you wanna kind of measure it, that's where we're gonna stop, okay? And I'm gonna make another line that's roughly the same distance the entire way, okay? And then this line's gonna go further, and it's just gonna curve up. Okay, so curve, and then it's just gonna keep coming around, and don't quite go to this line, go a little bit above that, okay? Now below that, I'm gonna put a little oval, and this way it looks like he has a finger, all right? And then I can go ahead and connect that line if it didn't go all the way up to it. All right, next, let's go ahead and do the other side of his body. So I'm gonna come down. You want to go roughly the same angle that we did this line. You can just go all the way down like this. And then we'll draw his other arm, okay? So kind of where the tongue kind of starts here, I'm going to go over. I'm just going to draw his other arm. And again, if you want something to reference, try to make it roughly the same size as that you did this one over here. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it might help it look a little bit better if it's about the same size. Maybe something like this, okay? All right, now I'm gonna do the same thing at the bottom. This. And then like we did over here, this bottom one's just gonna keep curving up at the top. Curves around. Doesn't quite touch that bottom line. And then I'm gonna put just a little circle below that. All right, great job so far. All right, let's go ahead and draw the rest of Plankton. Okay, so under his mouth, I'm just gonna put a line, kind of like we did this one here. But it's just gonna kind of go like this. It's gonna make him look a little bit more expressive. Okay, so I'm gonna actually make this arm look like it's on his side a little bit. So I'm gonna go past where we did that line. But I'm gonna continue this line, and it's just gonna come down, and it kind of starts to curve just a little bit like that. And then it's gonna go straight into his foot, okay? Then it makes a bigger curve. Something like this, and it comes up right here. All right, like that. Cool. Now, from here, I'm gonna go ahead and actually connect this line all the way up to here. So it's gonna curve around. Like that. All right, now let's go ahead and give him his last leg, okay? So from here, I'm just gonna draw a similar shape to what we did here, roughly the same size. Just gonna curve and curve back up like that. All right, great job. Now it's time to go ahead and color him in, all right? So as you can see from the reference photo, I'm gonna color him in kind of like a lighter green. I'll kind of do his eyeball. I haven't decided, white, or I might do like a yellow. But you guys are welcome to color him in whatever colors you'd like, or you can pause the video at the end and match the colors that I chose. Alright guys, so as you can see, I colored in my Plankton kind of like a lighter green for his body, and I gave him a pink tongue and kind of darker green for his antennas. But I'd love to see how your drawings turned out. Feel free to tag me on any social media posts, or have you or a parent email me your finished drawing at drawingjoshua123@gmail.com. Otherwise, I am always looking to hear what you guys want to draw next, so feel free to drop a comment below. That way I can work it into a future video for you. Until then, please remember that drawing does take practice, so practice and always have fun. Thanks everyone.